Hi, welcome back. This is the Sony HDR AS50 action camera. This is on Amazon at the moment. This is probably the cheapest place I've seen at the moment for £149. Now, I bought this because I was climbing Mount Snowdon, so I wanted to take that up with me, get some decent footage. Now, as far as specifications go, well, this is the box that it comes in. You can get download the app as well, so you can connect to the camera and transfer files to and from the camera. 11.9 megapixel still image recording, 4K time-lapse capture, stereo microphone and wind noise reduction. So here it is. It shoots in 4K in time-lapse. It's not actually video. That might fool some people. It shoots at 1080p, 720p, 60 frames per second at 1080p and 30 frames per second at 1080p as well. I shot the majority of the stuff 60 frames per second. This tripod doesn't come with it. It's just what I've been using recently. So the back compartment there, it took me a while to actually find this when I first got it. It's a micro USB charging port, so you can charge. And you can charge and use this at the same time. So you can charge it and record video at the same time, which is pretty decent. So along the front of the camera, we have the lens with the Sony logo below that. And you can see stereo microphone, picks up stereo recording, which is great. So along this side you have a tiny display. I'm not entirely sure what the size of the display is. You have a menu button and then 2 up and down select buttons there. So at the back on the right, which I showed briefly, that pops open and you can charge the device from there. To the left, knock that little lever down and then the side of the camera opens up, which you can access the battery. Also on the inside of that door that opens is the Wi-Fi password, so you can connect directly to this device. Along the top, a power button, record and enter button, so you use it as the enter button when you're navigating through the menus. Above that is a tiny little light that's blinking when you're recording, and then steady shot and Zeiss Taser. So underneath this is a mountable action camera, so you can mount this onto tripods. Just above that is the micro SD card slot. There we go. One thing I will tell you is that micro SD cards go in both ways, so it can be a little bit confusing. It goes in correctly both ways, but obviously it only reads one way. Let's spin it round. There you go, so that's in, but that's actually the wrong way. Where normally on devices, it won't even let you push it in. Okay, so these buttons on the right hand side, the up and down, basically you can toggle through all the modes. So this, you can actually do live streaming, which I've not tested, so it's a good feature. That is time-lapse mode, picture mode, and video mode. That seems to be some sort of looping mode there as well. But there are so many different settings in here. I haven't managed to play with all of them, unfortunately. Okay, so we're on video mode at the moment. If you click menu, you have 3 selections there. So you have mode, so you can switch through modes here as well. Press the enter. Video mode, picture, time-lapse, and live stream. That down there is settings for video mode, because you're in video mode at the moment. And that setting is for basically the camera, and the other settings are SD card formatting. Like airplane mode, you can turn the Wi-Fi on and off. Bluetooth, transfer, data transfer option. Format the card as well. Like I said, plenty. USB on and off, you can turn on and off. So many different settings. Auto off 60 seconds. Yeah, loads. And then down there is the settings for video mode. So this is what we got. You have 1080p at 60 frames per second. That's the very, very top. All the way down to 720 at 120 frames per second. Anti-shake is on as well. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Zooming off. Yeah, so many. Even auto white balance, vivid mode as well. Look. Microphone on. Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward, the menus on this little device. So in time-lapse mode, I did a couple of time lapses. I did shoot it in the 4K time-lapse setting, 300 shots and 900 shots as well. Take a look at these. So it does come with a waterproof housing, which is very, very solid and very secure. And obviously you've got all the relevant buttons there to so you can still use the device while it's actually in the enclosure. When in the enclosure though, you will not hear any sort of sound really. It will just be very, very muffled. So in the box you do get some other accessories as well. This is a clip here. And this is part of the box inside, but you get loads, I don't know why there's so many, loads of manuals and little documents in there as well. And micro USB cable to charge the device, which I haven't really used because I've got plenty around the house anyway. So that's pretty much what you get in the box, or that is what you get in the box. So to a lot of people, battery performance will be very important on a device like this. It has a 1240 milliamp battery, a Sony NP-BX1 Li-ion rechargeable battery. For me, I made sure it was fully charged while I was at Snowdon. It was a 7-hour climb there and back, and I still had battery left. And yet I didn't fully charge. I mean, I wasn't using it for the full 7 hours, but there were times when I had it in the backpack, which you'll show you footage in a moment, and I forgot it was actually recording. So I think there's about 2 hours of constant recording that I never even knew about. And this is the footage you see sped up because it was just stuck in the bag. It was just looking at the floor. So I think battery life is very, very good. One thing that does disappoint me a little bit about this camera, and there's not much to be honest, it does come with an app. It's just called Action Cam, and I'm connected now. Now you can't have a live view, which you can on some things, especially dash cams. You can connect directly to the camera and have a live view. All you can really do here is just import data, import videos and pictures directly from the camera itself. So at the moment it's having a look through now what's actually on the device. You just select the one you want and click down and it will start downloading this straight to your device. Okay, so that's transferred, so you can click back. And so this is pretty much it. This is the main menu. You can create movies from here, you can create the time lapses from here as well. But first, you have to import the files from the camera to the device. That's pretty much it really. That's all you can really do on the app. Like I said, it would have been better if you could have a direct live view from here to the actual camera. Okay guys, so the Sony is going to be judged mainly by quality, image quality, video quality. I did take a few still shots with this device and it is really, really good. The steady shot helps get them sharp images, so there's no blur that comes into the shot. But ultimately it is video, and I'm going to leave you with some video footage, 1080p at 30 frames and 60 frames per second. Now I think the quality is excellent. Love the camera. The best camera I've used in terms of action cameras. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the action cameras I've used before were about £40–50, so, but this is obviously a lot more than that. But I was very surprised with the image quality. It was very, very good. Right, so that's it guys. I'm going to leave you to it. Enjoy the footage. Please give the video a thumbs up. There are links in the description below to this brilliant camera. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye. I can't believe I wiped my feet off.
Where's pretty legs are right?
Yeah.
No one really gets their feet tight. Alright. It's quite nice actually, isn't it?
Swaying. Ah, beautiful, isn't it?
You'll be on the circle.
Yeah. The day after Snowdon.
Daddy, what are we having to eat? Oh, who knows?
Do you know what? I might have something fat to eat tonight. Now we are at Landwin Beach, isn't it? What beach is supposed to be going to? Where's Northborough Beach?
Oh, it is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's all connected.
Oh, Northborough Beach. Let's have a little walk up there. Look at this sand. Beautiful. It's like a wonderful country.
Look at that.
It's a shell.